Question 131. Which cloud model allows customers to manage applications and data, but not the underlying operating system, servers, or storage? A. Software as a service. B. Platform as a service. C. Infrastructure as a service. D. Desktop as a service. Correct answer. B. Platform as a service. PayIS gives customers control over their applications and data, while the provider manages the underlying platform, including servers, OS, and runtime environments. Question 132. What is the main goal of a business continuity plan in a cloud environment? A. To optimize bandwidth usage. B. To recover from data breaches. C. To reduce licensing costs. D. To maintain critical business operations during disruptions. Correct answer. D. To maintain critical business operations during disruptions. A business continuity plan ensures essential operations continue during and after unexpected events. It includes strategies for uptime, communication, and service delivery across cloud and on-premise systems. Question 133. What scripting logic should be incorporated to automate the scaling of cloud infrastructure by adjusting the number of instances based on real-time CPU usage metrics? A. Declaring fixed values for maximum instances. B. Using conditional logic to assess CPU usage. C. Writing functions to record scaling actions. D. Initializing variables for instance configurations. Correct answer. B. Using conditional logic to assess CPU usage. Conditional statements are an essential structure in programming that allow a program to decide which action to take based on a specific condition. This allows businesses to automatically adjust the number of instances based on CPU usage in a cloud environment. Using statements like if and else, if the CPU exceeds a certain threshold, e.g. 80%, the system will automatically increase the number of servers. If the CPU usage drops below a threshold, e.g. 30%, the system will scale down the number of servers in real time. Question 134. What critical consideration should an organization assess before migrating its legacy applications to a cloud environment? A. Ensuring all applications are containerized. B. Migrating all data at once to reduce downtime. C. Overlooking data residency requirements. D. Assessing the compatibility of legacy applications with the cloud platform. Correct answer. D. Assessing the compatibility of legacy applications with the cloud platform. Before migrating legacy applications to the cloud environment, organizations need to assess the compatibility of these applications with the cloud platform. Legacy applications may use technologies or infrastructure that are incompatible with the cloud environment. Therefore, organizations must ensure that these applications can run smoothly on the cloud platform without encountering performance or stability issues. Question 135. Which of the following is typically required when provisioning a virtual machine in the cloud? A. Container runtime environment. B. Base image with an operating system. C. Kubernetes orchestration setup. D. Immutable infrastructure. Correct answer. B. Base image with an operating system. Provisioning a VM involves selecting a base image that includes an OS, configuring resources, CPU, memory, storage, and deploying it to a hypervisor or cloud platform. Question 136. Which cloud component must be configured to control inbound and outbound traffic to virtual machines? A. Storage gateway. B. Auto-scaling group. C. Object storage policy. D. Network security group or firewall rules. Correct answer. D. Network security group or firewall rules. Network security groups or cloud firewall rules define which traffic is allowed to reach or leave compute resources. Proper configuration is critical for secure cloud networking. Question 137. Which of the following is a typical function of a third-party cloud security integration? A. Encrypt DNS records in storage. B. Control energy usage of virtual machines. C. Replace hypervisors on cloud platforms. D. Provide centralized logging, compliance reporting, and threat intelligence. Correct answer. D. Provide centralized logging, compliance reporting, and threat intelligence. Third-party security tools are often used for centralized visibility, threat intelligence, compliance audits, and security analytics across multi-cloud or hybrid environments. Question 138. Which technology is typically employed to deliver web services in cloud-based environments? A. SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol. B. FTP, File Transfer Protocol. C. SSH, Secure Shell. D. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Correct answer. SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol. SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol, is a standard communication protocol designed to support communication between applications running on different platforms. It works well in cloud environments due to its ability to support cross-platform communication and integration with complex services. SOAP ensures security, high reliability, and scalability, making it widely used in web services and cloud applications. Question 139. Why is continuous deployment valuable in a cloud environment? A. It enables rapid delivery of updates by pushing changes to production automatically after passing tests. B. It eliminates the need for version control. C. It guarantees zero security vulnerabilities. D. It reduces the number of developers needed. Correct answer. A. It enables rapid delivery of updates by pushing changes to production automatically after passing tests. Continuous deployment allows for frequent, reliable, and automated releases to production. Once code passes all automated testing stages, it is deployed without manual approval, reducing human error and speeding up delivery cycles. Question 140. What could be a likely cause of frequent service disruptions and downtime in a cloud-based application, particularly during high workload periods? A. Insufficient storage capacity. B. Network delays. C. Outdated application framework. D. Incorrect firewall configurations. Correct answer. B. Network delays. When an application experiences heavy traffic or high demand, the network infrastructure may become a bottleneck, resulting in increased latency. This delay in data transmission can cause slower responses, disruptions, and even service outages, especially if the network is not adequately scaled to handle the increased load during peak periods. Question 141. What could be a probable cause of slow file transfers and delays in accessing network resources for users in a particular subnet? A. Overloaded switch ports. B. DNS cache corruption. C. ARP spoofing attacks. D. Incorrect MTU configurations. Correct answer. A. Overloaded switch ports. Congested switch ports occur when a switch port's traffic exceeds its bandwidth capacity, leading to delays, packet drops, or retransmissions. This results in slow file transfers and lag when accessing network resources for users in the affected subnet. Congestion is particularly common in high-traffic environments, or when the switch is improperly configured for the network's demands. Question 142. What is the most effective method for a network administrator to isolate traffic for a new department, handling sensitive financial data from the rest of the network for security reasons? A. Implement a VPN for the department. B. Use a separate physical network. C. Set up a VLAN for the department. D. Deploy an additional external firewall. Correct answer. C. Set up a VLAN for the department. VLAN, Virtual Local Area Network, is a solution that allows network segmentation into separate logical groups, even on the same physical network. By configuring VLANs specifically for departments handling sensitive data, administrators can isolate traffic, ensuring it does not mix with traffic from other departments on the same physical network. Minimize the risk of unauthorized access and data leaks between departments. Easily configure and manage, providing an additional layer of security. Question 143. What type of disaster recovery setup should a healthcare provider implement to ensure uninterrupted availability of their electronic health record system, even during a disaster? A. Use cloud storage for EHR backups. B. Create a cold site in a different location. C. Partner with a third-party service for regular system backups. D. Implement a hot site that duplicates the primary operations center. Correct answer. D. Implement a hot site that duplicates the primary operations center. Hot site is a fully operational backup facility that is ready to take over operations immediately in case of a failure at the primary data center. It includes all necessary hardware, software, and network connectivity, ensuring that the global news portal can continue operating with minimal disruption. In the event of a disaster at the primary location, the healthcare provider can quickly switch to a hot site, ensuring minimal downtime and continuous access to critical systems like EHR without interruption. Question 144. What is the best recovery site option for a digital media production company that needs to be operational within 24 hours after a primary site failure without requiring immediate failover but needing to avoid long downtimes? A. Hot site. B. Warm site. C. Cold site. D. Cloud-based recovery. Correct answer. B. Warm site. Warm site is a disaster recovery solution that provides a partial replica of the primary data center, with some infrastructure already in place, but not fully operational. It is an intermediate solution between a cold site, which has minimal infrastructure, and a hot site, which is fully operational and ready for immediate use, suitable for recovery time objectives of 1 to 3 days. Advantages of a warm site. Warm site is less expensive than a hot site because it doesn't need to operate continuously. In the event of a disaster, systems can be quickly brought online, reducing downtime compared to a cold site. It offers a balance between maintenance costs and the need for business continuity with a reasonable downtime. Question 145. Which cloud service model aligns with the needs of a software development company that requires flexibility in operating systems and middleware for developing and testing applications without the burden of managing physical servers or storage? A. Public Internet with added encryption. B. Multi-protocol label switching. C. Dedicated direct connect. D. Standard broadband connection. Correct answer. C. Dedicated direct connect. IaaS, Infrastructure as a Service, is a cloud service model that provides virtualized infrastructure such as servers, storage, networking, and computing resources over the Internet. In this model, the cloud provider manages the hardware, physical servers, storage, networking, while the customer controls the operating system, application software, and data. Question 146. To ensure constant synchronization with minimal latency for a highly available cloud application that relies on multiple databases, which network function should be prioritized? A. Network-attached storage. B. Database mirroring. C. Direct connect. D. Firewalling. Correct answer. C. Direct connect. Direct connect is a network service that provides a dedicated private connection between a company's on-premises infrastructure and a cloud environment. It bypasses the public internet, offering more security, stability, and reduced latency. This service is ideal for businesses that require consistent and high-performance connectivity, especially for transferring large volumes of data or running latency-sensitive applications. Question 147. What should the IT department of a large corporation implement to create a more agile network infrastructure that can quickly adapt to changing business needs and respond dynamically to varying workload demands? A. Traditional VLAN configurations. B. Wireless networking solutions. C. Software-defined networking. D. Basic network hubs. Correct answer. C. Software-defined networking. Software-defined networking, SDN, is a network model that enables flexible and automated network management by separating the control plane from the data plane. It provides centralized control and programmable network management. SDN allows providers to automate and streamline traffic management, which is crucial in multi-tenant environments where scalability and device compatibility are essential. Question 148. What network strategy should a large e-commerce company adopt to minimize latency and network congestion among its globally distributed data centers? A. VPN connections between each data center. B. Global server load balancing. C. Peering agreements between data centers. D. Installing extra local routers. Correct answer. C. Peering agreements between data centers. Peering connections are a method of connecting two networks, allowing them to exchange data directly without going through public networks like the Internet. By configuring peering connections between data centers, companies can reduce latency and congestion in data transmission between regions, ensuring more efficient traffic flow. Question 149. What network architecture component is best suited to ensure highly reliable and uninterrupted service for a global financial services firm's real-time transaction processing system? A. Multi-protocol. Label switching. B. Network load balancer. C. Direct connect. D. Virtual private network. Correct answer. B. Network load balancer. Network load balancer is a network traffic distribution service that operates at Layer 4, transport, in the OSI, Open Systems Interconnection model. It optimizes system performance and availability by distributing network traffic across multiple servers or back-end services, preventing overload on a single server. It also offers flexible scalability to handle high traffic volumes in situations of traffic spikes. Question 150. Why would a user select a particular region for their cloud services? A. To guarantee compatibility with all global services. B. To minimize latency by choosing the most distant region. C. To meet legal or data governance obligations, e.g. GDPR. D. To expand the number of available availability zones. Correct answer C. To meet legal or data governance obligations, e.g. GDPR. Users often choose specific regions to comply with legal or data governance requirements, such as storing data within certain geographic boundaries, e.g. GDPR compliance in the EU. Selecting the right region can also optimize performance by reducing latency for users in nearby locations. Question 151. What is a common scenario where cloud bursting is used? A. Hosting all applications permanently in the cloud. B. Handling variable workloads, like during peak sales or marketing campaigns. C. Running applications with no on-premises infrastructure. D. Managing steady website traffic with no fluctuations in load. Correct answer. B. Handling variable workloads, like during peak sales or marketing campaigns. Cloud bursting is commonly used for managing fluctuating workloads. For example, during peak sales periods, holiday seasons, or marketing campaigns, businesses may experience a sudden increase in demand that their on-premises infrastructure cannot handle. By leveraging cloud resources during these peak times, businesses can scale up quickly without investing in additional on-premises hardware. Once the demand returns to normal, they can scale back down, ensuring cost efficiency. Question 152. Which cloud model is best suited for developers who want to build and deploy applications without managing underlying operating systems or hardware? A. Software as a service. B. Infrastructure as a service. C. Platform as a service. D. Container as a service. Correct answer. C. Platform as a service. PaaS allows developers to focus on writing and deploying code while the provider handles the infrastructure, OS, runtime, and development tools. This model speeds up application development by eliminating the need to manage hardware or system-level configurations. It's ideal for agile development teams and continuous deployment environments. Question 153. Which of the following best defines a multi-cloud deployment? A. Using multiple cloud services from the same provider. B. Running applications in a private data center only. C. Using services from multiple cloud providers for redundancy and flexibility. D. Using public and private cloud resources together. Correct answer. C. Using services from multiple cloud providers for redundancy and flexibility. Multi-cloud involves using services from more than one cloud provider, such as AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, to reduce vendor lock-in, improve availability, and optimize performance across platforms. Question 154. What is a primary disadvantage of a public cloud environment for certain businesses? A. Limited scalability. B. High initial hardware cost. C. Lack of remote access. D. Reduced control over data and infrastructure. Correct answer. D. Reduced control over data and infrastructure. Public cloud offers scalability and cost savings, but customers have less control over infrastructure and may have concerns about data location and regulatory compliance. Question 155. What cloud deployment model should a group of healthcare providers select to create a secure platform for sharing patient records and medical data? ensuring compliance with healthcare regulations while utilizing shared infrastructure with strict data privacy controls? A. Public cloud. B. Private cloud. C. Hybrid cloud. D. Community cloud. Correct answer. D. Community cloud. Community cloud is a cloud deployment model designed to serve a group of organizations or businesses with common interests, requirements, or regulatory compliance. This model combines elements of security, data control, and collaboration among community members. Characteristics of community cloud. Resources are shared among multiple organizations but with high security, not as public as the public cloud. Organizations share the costs of operating and developing the infrastructure, making it more cost-effective than private cloud. It is managed by one of the member organizations or by a third-party service provider. Question 156. Which metric is most commonly used in SLAs to measure cloud service availability? A. Service delivery ratio. B. Recovery time objective. C. User satisfaction rating. D. Uptime percentage. Correct answer. D. Uptime percentage. Uptime percentage defines how often a cloud service is operational and available. For example, 99.9% uptime means the provider guarantees minimal downtime over a defined period. Question 157. Lola is managing the migration of a company's batch processing system to the cloud. To optimize compute costs while ensuring performance is maintained, what approach should she take? A. Choose the most expensive virtual machines to guarantee performance. B. Utilize reserved instances or committed use contracts for consistent workloads. C. Only use free-tier instances to cut costs. D. Move to a single large instance to streamline management. Correct answer. B. Utilize reserved instances or committed use contracts for consistent workloads. To optimize compute costs while ensuring performance for the batch processing system in the cloud, Michael should use reserved instances or committed usage contracts. These options help save long-term costs by committing to use resources for a fixed period. This is ideal for predictable workloads like batch processing, as it offers lower rates compared to pay-as-you-go resources while maintaining stable performance. Question 158. What scripting logic should a team implement in their deployment script to validate user input and ensure that all required parameters are provided before proceeding with resource creation? A. Error handling. B. Conditional checks. C. Loop iteration. D. Variable declaration. Correct answer. B. Conditional checks. Conditional checks are structures in scripting, such as if-else, case, that allow the script to evaluate whether a condition is true. If the condition is true, the script continues. If false, it may report an error or stop execution. This helps prevent the creation of incorrect or costly resources and ensures that necessary parameters are provided before proceeding. Question 159. How should a developer utilize variables in a script to manage different configurations for cloud resource deployment across development, testing, and production environments? A. Create separate scripts for each environment. B. Use global variables for all configurations. C. Incorporate environment-specific variables within the script. D. Embed the configurations directly into the script. Correct answer. C. Incorporate environment-specific variables within the script. The best way to manage configurations for different environments is by using environment variables in scripts. This allows the script to be flexible and reusable across multiple environments without the need to write separate scripts. By using variables that can be adjusted for each environment, e.g., database address, instance type, or API keys, you can easily maintain and update the script without directly modifying the source code. Question 160. What cloud migration strategy is most appropriate for migrating your company's data from one cloud provider to another in search of better service offerings? A. Lift and shift. B. Rehosting. C. Replatforming. D. Refactoring. Correct answer. C. Replatforming. Replatforming is a migration strategy that involves moving applications or data to a new cloud platform with minimal changes aimed at improving performance, cost, or scalability without altering the core architecture of the application. Key features of replatforming: modify only the essential components of the application to fit the new cloud provider's services. Faster than refactoring, which involves extensive restructuring, but requires more effort than rehosting, lift and shift. Focuses on enhancing performance, lowering costs, or utilizing modern tools. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.